everybody. Welcome to Showcase, the show where anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But we've got a great show for you tonight. A little bit of tango, a little bit of cordage. Let's do this. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, we got a small but mighty crowd. Everyone here to see somebody? We got Team James over here. Yeah. Are you here to see someone in particular? Me. Beautiful. So glad you could join us. Great. Well, how do you know about me? What are your favorite jokes about me? I'm just the person on stage right now, and that was the logical response. That's okay. That's okay. That's great. We've got a really good show coming up right here now. We are recording and we're streaming live as well. So we've got some people online on the internet from all over the place, which is really cool. And yeah, let's start the show. So let's start with a little bit about me. I just saved a bundle on my car insurance by switching to female. That's right. I am a trans woman and a comedian, and those two don't go hand in hand often, right? Like stepping up into the spotlight. I mean, it's hard enough going out into the world every day, going grocery shopping, going to the bank, looking like a lesbian porn parody Tina Fey, right? It's hard. Like a Les Lemon, if you will. I've created that character. It's my signature character. I'll break her out later. It's okay. Yeah, it's hard enough going out into the world looking like a post-op Carol Baskin, if you will, let alone get up on stage in front of crowds of drunken strangers and you find 8 folks, 7. Yeah, we've lost one. We've lost one in the making. When I know that everyone's wondering secretly in the back of their head, like, oh my God, does that mean what I think it is? Does that mean she's got a penis between her legs? And like, not that it's anyone's business, right? But I don't. I actually have a penis between my butt cheeks because I'm a lady. Thank you. Speaking of penises, I don't know. Speaking of vaginas, some of us here have vaginas, I would assume. Do we have nicknames for them? I know the men like to have little penis nicknames. Do we nickname our Lil J? Lil J, I like it. Did you just come up with that? I like that. So I've decided to nickname my vagina the last unicorn, right? Because it's pink and glittery and full of magic and wonder. Because it only reveals itself to young virginal girls in the woods as well. I hate that one. I'm a little out of shape today. I'm a little out of sorts. I had to bring my dog to the vet, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I know. It's something minor, so he's gonna come out of it, and I have to pay the vet bill. And I'm not feeling that. Like, this is what I do for a living. I'm a comedian. I make my money 10 minutes at a time, like a politician or like a really good prostitute, you know? So I'm the kind of person, like, I would rather a $15,000 vet bill than a $1,500 vet bill. Because when it's $15,000, nobody looks at you funny when you're like, well, it's in God's hands now, right? Put the dog down, that's all I can do. That's all I can do. $1,500, you're kind of expected to pay that. And I don't know, like, I have $1,500 in my savings account, but that's just because I don't want to spend my rent money on booze and drugs. So I got to keep it in a separate account. I don't know. It's really the curse of adulthood, right? We're all just 2 bad decisions away from homelessness. It's true. Like, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is support your neighbor's intent, because some of us just bought a PS5 and we need somewhere to plug it in. Speaking of my dog, she's wonderful. After the vet, she was really like not feeling good. She was shaken up, so I brought her to her pet store, her favorite store on Roncy. It's nice and bougie, and they've got like this great collection of sweaters. So I picked one out. It's a little police officer's uniform. It's so cute. It's got a little stuffy badge and like a stupid little hat, and she looks fucking ridiculous in it. And I think it's wonderful because when I walk her now, I get to show her off to all of my neighbors, and maybe they'll think twice, right? Maybe they'll think, hey, you know what? Okay, maybe not all cops are bastards, right? Like maybe some of them are also little bitches. That's right, that's right. You guys are a good crowd. You're small, easy to warm up. Easy to warm up, and we're running pretty late tonight, so I'm going to stop trying to entertain you, and I'm going to leave it to these incredible pros out here. We've got an incredible, wonderful lineup of people who in my opinion, are ready to showcase for Just for Laughs, Winnipeg Comedy Festival, CDC Comedy, but we've all been locked inside for 18 months, so none of us have like a fresh. So that's what we're doing tonight. So we're recording showcases from some of tomorrow's best headliners. So this is a stacked lineup. You're in for a real treat. Speaking of stacked lineups, we're going to start the show with one of my favorite people. I met her during the one show I was able to produce last summer. We booked her on a show called Mad Funny, and it was a super cool show. I fell in love with her, and I'm so thrilled to bring her up on stage for you tonight. Let's welcome to the stage Sashka DC.
Hey guys, that was both the worst and best intro I've ever had. Alice is so lovely and she introduced me so well, but I'm a bad time, guys. Like, I'm literally, I don't know. I've been told this many times, so I know I'm a bad time. Also, I got broken up with because of the same reason. I was dating someone right before the pandemic happened. We broke up on March the 12th, 2020. Like the worst time to break up with someone, right? Like, and I remember like being like, oh, pandemic's happening. I was like, do you want to get back together? And he was like, no, this is an act of God. This is why this happened. I'm free. I'm like, cool, cool. But really we broke up because I said from the beginning, I hate kids, I don't want any kids. And he heard, let me ask her every year for 7 years, you know? And we've been on so many vacations together. We traveled a lot, right? And the thing is, like, we've been to Mexico several times, right? And like, if I wanted a parasite, I would just drink the water there, you know? I don't know, like, I really don't like kids. I think it's just the idea of something growing in you and then like living and breathing and then stealing all your snacks. Like, it's just like, I don't know, is that selfish? That's what it is. My mom's told me it's really selfish. I don't know, very anti-children, that's my perspective. My family is very big. I have like 9 siblings. It's like too many people, right? It's like, it's ridiculous. I remember as a kid, like my dad used to have all these rules he keeps all online. Some of them were about race, some of them were about like just having too many children. The one I kind of still keep to today is we don't watch any TV shows or movies unless it's at least 3 Black people in it. Like that was a rule we had as a kid. I remember like having to do like racial math and having to like count people in and be like, okay, Dad, like this show has like 1 Black lady and the second season is a Black dude and they have a kid. He might be half Asian, but like later on is like you kind of keep adding it together until it equals 3 Black people. We tried to make the argument for The Little Mermaid, brought it to my dad as a case that this is a movie with the Caribbean, and like made a bunch of cases about it, and then he didn't allow it. It didn't go through because lobsters don't count as Black people, so that didn't really work out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of positive things to tell you guys. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I think my pandemic was kind of bad, and I'm assuming everyone else's was too. I don't know. You look like you had a good time. What did you do? You drank? Okay, I mean that's a good time, right? No, like pandemic, like this, like yeah. Did you do anything fun? No? Okay. I spent my pandemic helping my sister pack up in college. I'm really annoyed about it though. So my sister, she's super rich. Like she's one of those really smart people that decided not to go to college and instead start their own business. And she owns physical property in Toronto. She has a house. She also has a cottage. And I'm really annoyed though because her and her husband, they've been trying to have a kid, blah, 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 blah. And she's pregnant and they're deciding to move to the suburbs. They're moving to Brampton. I know, like on purpose. Like who does that? Like on purpose, right? And they're selling their cottage and they're gonna use that money towards his kid's like future or something. And it's just like how do you still gonna like him? Like I'm never gonna like him if you guys are ruining everything I like about you, you know? like, I don't know, like we used to like, spend so much time at cottage. Like she's had it for 5 years now. We used to do Molly there. We did like so many drugs. We did shrooms. Some of the best times were in that place, right? And she's trying to sell me on this kid. She's like, you're gonna love him. He's gonna have like all these tiny little outfits, and his hands are gonna be so cute and tiny. I'm like, these are not selling points. Like he's gonna help me find coke on a couch. Like, is that? That's the only reason why I'm gonna care about this kid, you know? Last thing she tried to sell me on is that he's gonna have the best smell. She's like, everybody loves the way the babies smell. I don't trust the smell. It's a sketchy smell, right? Like, what is that smell? Right? It's like the opposite of a brand new car, right? Because in the day, it's just vagina. That's what the smell is. It's like this baby's been soaking. He's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, it's like marinated person. It's like pickled human. It's like baby kombucha, really. That's what it is, right? Yeah, just really not a fan. Yeah, I don't have anything positive to say at all. I think that's all I had that was nice. Let's see. I'm not straight, I guess. I take whatever will date me, I guess. That's like my vibe. I was dating this guy and I realized that I don't know how to explain this without sounding sexist. He was we decided to go wow, I can't speak. We decided to go on a walk. And then on a walk, we saw like those rental bikes. I'm like, we should just go for a bike ride. And he's like, can't. I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know how to ride a bike. And I'm just like, this is weird. This is a pattern I've felt before. I've dated 5 guys that don't know how to ride bikes. And after dating that one guy, I did more research and I realized a lot of them don't have dads. And apparently that's a correlation because I think that if you don't know how to ride a bike, it's because you don't have a dad because your mom can't teach you how to ride a bike. Right? And here's why. When in 1997, I broke a vase, and every single time I talked to my mom, she never lets it go. And that's like the principle of like learning how to ride a bike. Because someone's behind you, and then they hold you, and they eventually let go. And that's why if you don't have a dad, like dads are great at letting go. Okay, my dad forgets everything. He doesn't even know when I was born. Like dads are the best. It's just like their vibe. That's why I prefer my dad over my mom. Like he's just so nonchalant about it. I don't know. I think that learning that about everyone I date, though, is going to help me in the future. Because whenever I break up with them, I'm going to do it in a way that they understand, something that makes me feel comfortable. So I think what I'll do is, like, I'll go for, like, a pack of smokes, like a bag of milk, and, like, never come back. Just something they can relate to, you know? I don't know. Like, I wish I could only date women, but, like, there's something in me. I think it's just because I'm lazy. Men are just easier because, like, they're hands-free. Does that make sense? Like men are hands-free and women are not. Like every single time you have sex with a woman, she always wants you to hold something, carry something, bring something over. Men are just there. They're just happy to be there. They're excited. They don't come with any of their attachments. Does that make sense? Okay, these are all sexist jokes, but in a weird way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I literally have like a multiple choice option. Like it says women, men, like, and I always still choose men. Like on the second page is like, are you sure? And I'm like, I think, like every time. Anything else I can tell you guys about myself other than, oh, here's the thing. I moved to Toronto about 2 years ago, and I found this gem of an apartment. It's the best place I've ever lived in. Many reasons why. It's on the Queen Street, like literally on Queen. I can look outside and see all those people yelling at each other. It's very convenient. I have laundry on site, like in my apartment, right? And the best part of it is that my roommates are ugly. That's the best thing. Okay, guys, you guys don't understand. You guys look like you have mortgages. Like you don't understand what roommates are like anymore. But honestly, guys, when you have an ugly roommate, it's the best setup for your life. Okay, no one comes over. They have no friends. And it's quiet. It's quiet, okay? You come home, it's instantly sleeping energy, no matter what time it is, okay? My roommate, he's 35. He's divorced, and he's so sad, and I love it. Yeah, he's so sad. He stays in his room. I never see him. He texts me sometimes to make sure that his Amazon mail gets here. Like, it's a great relationship. And sometimes, if I really am quiet, I can hear him through the walls, and I love hearing him through the walls because my favorite thing in the world is ASMR. Like I love listening to like whales and like I don't know, grass blowing. Like it's a good, I love it so much. It puts me to sleep so well. And when I hear him crying through his room, it sounds like soft rain. It just like, it puts me to sleep so quick. It's so mean, guys. I know it is. And this is just where I'm at right now in life. I was trying to use Tinder at one point, and that went away. I guess that went well, I guess. I got a cat, and I don't know. Again, like legally, as someone who eats vaginas, you have to have a cat. It's just the law. And yeah, I was doing this thing called Pet Finder. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So for you guys look like you don't know what it is. Pet Finder is basically like Tinder, but like there's no bestiality. It's just only animals looking for a home, right? And instead of exactly like Tinder is, there's cats, there's dogs, birds, everything else. And then the profiles are interesting though, because they're actually more drawn on than Tinder. Like I was looking at this one dog I was thinking of getting. She was golden retriever mix, and her name was Lucy. She was 6 years old. She was from Hamilton, and her owner was getting rid of her because she had a second kid. The kid was allergic to dogs and cats, so she's like looking for. It was like this whole paragraph, right? And I was like, I'm in therapy. You need a lot, and I don't think I can be there for you the way you need me to be, right? So I was like, I don't know, well, Lucy's so beautiful. I'll go through the photo. She's like holding a fish, like exactly like Tinder. So I was like, okay, guys, like I need to like find something, right? So I went over to the other side of the profile, and I saw that there was like cats, right? And I'm like, okay, this is more of my alley, right? So looked at this one cat. Name was Greg. Age was unknown, and it scratched. So like that was a whole profile for this cat. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to have, right? So I got the cat, and literally it's been like terrible, I guess. I don't know, like, have you ever seen an animal resent you? Like immediately? Like that's how this cat is. Like everyone who comes over, rolls over, like literally will do tricks out of spite. Like I didn't know cats do tricks. I don't know, it's been a wild time with this cat. Maybe I should, does anyone want a cat? If anybody wants this cat, I will. Do you want it? Okay. Her name is Mila. She goes by Greg, right? That was her original name. I had to change it. Okay, I'm gonna get off the stage. I'm getting the light, and you have a cat now. You have a cat. Okay. I was happy to see their family.
Ooh, this one's real tangled. All right. We're trying to keep the show on time, but I keep delaying with cords. I'm like a cat, feeling like a cat today. I just want to swat at this the whole time. All right. We're settling in, right? We're feeling good. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. I feel like we got off to a bad start. Me running from the back of the room, everything like that. You're wonderful. You're so wonderful. You are. Yeah, this is what I do it for. Thank you for telling me I'm amazing. It's yeah, I've been struggling with my sexuality lately, and I used to identify as bisexual, but then I thoroughly fucked my way through all of my daddy issues. So what's the point dating men anymore, right? So yeah, exactly. So now I prefer to identify as an attention whore, which is why I'm up here tonight. Judging by that snide comment, we're couples. We got a couple and a couple, yeah. Oh, look at that. I was. So, were you aware that this is a queer show? No? Okay, yeah. So I was wondering, like, we've got some couples, but why are the boyfriends sitting apart so much? So, yeah. It is a funny show. Beautiful. We all belong. We all belong here. It's okay. I'm so glad you joined us. I really am. This is good. Yeah. Of course. Of course. So the reason I asked is because all of the comedians on this lineup are LGBTQ identifying. Yeah. All except one who is really super cool and a great ally, and we'll let you guess which one at the end of the night. Yeah, that being said, I just wanted to introduce our next comic by saying that I have had the opportunity to work with them on a really exciting show. It's called Rainbow Roast. So this is a bunch of queer comics who get to roast each other on stage, and it's a lot of fun. So that is coming up here on October 24th. Yes. So if you're interested, I hope to see you then. All right, we're going to bring up this wonderful comic. He is the co-producer and co-roaster of Rainbow Roast, and this goes over here. Sorry. Having a very OCD day. Yeah, he's a co-producer. He's from London, the good one, London, UK. So even if you don't find him funny, you're going to fall in love with his accent. But I guarantee you'll find him funny. So let's bring to the stage Mr. Dan Udy.
Hi. Obligatory microphone condom. Hey. Hi. Can't believe you're all here, like, just for me. That's so crazy. This is fun. I feel like I'm in an AA meeting. I'm actually on a cleanse right now, though, for attention. Yeah. I have the body of a dad, but like the soul of a teenage girl. Yeah, I'm doing it because my doctor, like, he looked at my diet and said I needed to be more annoying. So, yeah. So what was that? It is like, have you ever done a cleanse before? They're so brutal, right? So I have cut out meat and gluten and dairy, and I'm trying to quit coffee, but it is like the ex you can't stop sleeping with, you know? Even though every time you shit yourself. I'm also actually 30 days sober from Facebook. I'm trying to fill the void, so I've taken up stalking. Yeah. I'm actually like a pro at internet stalking because I'm gay, so it's genetic. Yeah, you see, like, we evolved to fight predators by finding their ugliest photos. And that's why there's so many of us in HR, right? It's instinct. Ooh, let me check my notes. I do actually think it is really cool that we're like able to do this after being locked up inside for so long. Vaccines are awesome. Science rocks. Fuck yeah. I have been thinking a little bit about the vaccine though. Like, it's 90% effective, which is kind of like dating a hot man with weird eyebrows. It's like, I will fuck you, but I won't look at your face. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually really happy though, because lockdown was really brutal, right? Because it's just me and my cat at home. But we get on great, because we're both Virgos and we don't know who our dads are. It's okay, that's actually a joke, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm a Libra. It was actually really nice though to just like have some time, right, to stay inside and catch up on porn. Yeah, season 3 is where it gets good. And I've been getting into straight porn lately because I love foreign films. Like, I have no idea what's going on, but I get so wrapped up in the stories. Oh my god. Like, how will she pay for the pizza? Does she not have Uber Eats? What? You're telling me there are no iPhones in the Pornhub cinematic universe? Because in gay porn, they are a key plot device. Okay, we have some great users here, I guess. Great. During lockdown, though, some of my friends actually started doing porn for real. It was so nice to see a friendly face. Well, it's not always their face, but it's still smiling. This is nice when it's like 5 people can be like, you really like my jokes. Yeah, at this point though, it truly feels like half my friends have an OnlyFans, and I pay for them all because, you know, it's good to shop local. But they're always trying to recruit me. It's like OnlyFans is the pyramid scheme of porn. I know it. They're always like, why would you give away nudes when you could sell them? But I have always been a philanthropist. This as a charitable cause. I'm just like raising awareness. And that's how I met my ex-boyfriend. So activism works. I think my favorite like platform for disseminating news is Twitter. I mean, I spend all my time on Twitter. Anyone else mentally ill? No. I have quite a cool like niche mental illness. So I have something that's called borderline personality disorder. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain. So basically, it means that sometimes I'm perfect to reality television. And when the doctor told me, I just didn't agree, so I threw wine this way. But after he told me, though, I did like tons of research. I read loads of books, and I found this amazing documentary called The Real Housewives. I learned so much. And now I watch so much Real Housewives that I can't sleep without the sound of women yelling. Truly though, like sometimes I think Real Housewife is the role that I was born to play. Because my first word was Xanax. Yeah, and if you think like rich white women are bad, just imagine an angry gay toddler. Yeah. I terrorized my preschool, truly. Like I ruled that place with an iron list. I also almost got kicked out because I told all the kids that Santa's not real. Yeah, red pilled a bunch of 3-year-olds. Like, one by one, I took them to the playground and was like, "Your parents are liars." And I tell you, nothing beats the rush of ruining Christmas for like 30 families at once. So much fun. What else did I have for you? Oh yeah, I picked up a new hobby lately. It's really cool. I've started sleeping with people just to see inside apartments I can't afford. Yeah, I live in a basement, so that's anything with windows. Yeah, I'm down at like a horny aerial, like, I want to be where the people are. Some people sing their way to the top, I sing my way to ground level. I will suck a dick to sunlight, is what I'm saying. Like when I get sent nudes, I zoom in on the background. Like, is that in-unit laundry? One in another room, like wide angle getting all the furniture. Sometimes I'll be texting guys and they'll be like, "I'm in Yorkville, where are you?" "Outside, I am outside, you have a doorman, this is expensive, let me the fuck in." And some people will say, he goes, "All right, you mixing your own drinks?" Fun, wait, what are you mixing? Sick. Like 10 people, this is like the most lit comedy show I've ever done. Oh, I wish it. Yeah, clearly, God, I wish I had some money right now. I was even, oh yeah, I was gonna close. I don't even know how much time I have left. Anya, am I getting lit? Is that 6 minutes?
Yeah, I'll let you 2 minutes ago.
Oh, fuck, sorry, I didn't see. Okay, I guess that's me. I should wrap up. Thanks. Yeah, that's me. You guys have been great. Hope you had an awesome evening. Get up to Alice, everyone.
All right, keep it going for Dan Udy. Yes, Dan is amazing. The Real Housewife of Toronto. I love him. I love him to death. Are we housewife fans? Do we watch a lot of TV? I watch so much TV. Do we watch? Yeah. Well, we've been on lockdown so long. Like, what else are we gonna do? But TV is so good these days. We've got everything. We've got Midnight Mass. This is amazing. Squid Game? Oh my God, Squid Game. Holy shit. Yeah. Right? I've watched it twice and I want to go home and watch it again. It's mind blowing. Go out and watch it. Yeah, also, as a comedian, I was thrilled to learn that Dave Chappelle released a new comedy special. Are we know Dave Chappelle? Fans of Dave Chappelle? Yeah. So as a comedian, I was thrilled to hear that he came out with a new special as a trans woman. It's really frustrating because every time he comes out with a new special, I suddenly have to pretend that I didn't like it or get canceled. So I was just talking about this special with your next comic, and I think he's funnier. I think this next comic is funnier than Dave Chappelle. And you will think so too. Okay, so this is someone who's a really good friend. We've traveled a bunch. We've been on the road together. We've done everything. And now he's here to perform for you. Let's give it up for Mike Payne.
What a fucking intro, eh? I don't know if I can live up to that. That's fucking crazy. No way. That new spell's pretty good, though, actually. It's kind of moving near the end. Last 20 minutes kind of sets it aside from everything else. But you know what? Opinions are opinions. If you don't like it, I don't care. Because I like what I like and you like what you like. And you know what I like? During all this fucking pandemic shit, I lost 40 pounds. 40? Oh, wow. Yeah, 40 pounds, yeah. Okay. But I'm still fat as fuck from the waist up. Like, do you guys see this shit? Look at this. I have skinny legs, right? Super, super skinny. It looks like my upper body is shitting out my lower body. Like, I look like the movie Twins if it was a person. Like, Arnold's doing all the heavy work down below, you know? Danny's just sitting on top eating potato chips all day. It's fucking great. Couple quick likes right off the top. You know, some good shit has happened during all this. I mean, I spent a lot of time inside. I know that there's parents out there, you know, they're fucking raising their, you know, speech delayed 2-year-olds. Like, seriously, every single fucking 2-year-old or 3-year-old, like, completely speech delayed. It's because their parents are their servants. They're just sitting there at home getting everything shoveled to them. Oh, I think that's what he wants, rather than having them ask. Like, they're never going to develop that stuff. It's crazy. You know, I used to get to tour a little bit, and during my travels, I developed a strange and unusual kind of hobby, I would say. I collect strange and unusual laughs. You know, like, that guy's fucking gold. He's amazing. I mean, he's not the best. I'm just saying, like, snorters, the classic, right? That's amazing. That's got to be the gold standard. Because snorters are the squirters of the laugh world. Everybody wants to get wet, right? You know, during one of my tours, I went through Red Deer, Alberta, and the only show in town is this bowling alley show. So you're in a basement, and in the background, you can kind of time your punchline so that there's a strike at the same time. You know, like, yeah, every time. It's fucking amazing. You get them along with you. But I thought there was one person in the audience that was being particularly sarcastic. Because whenever I would say a punchline, they would just go, ha! So I leaned out and I said, is that it? And the woman next to him leaned in and said, yeah, he's a minimalist. It's a soft punch, it's okay. You guys are 8 people, I love it. You know, right up front, this is a private show, I love it. It's so good. I had to go to Scotland right before all this too, you know, because you can tell I'm like half Scottish and half cake. I mean, like, so I went with my family, big heritage tour. My mom's from Scotland, and so we went all around. We went up to fucking Isle of Skye. Have you guys ever been to Isle of Skye? Anybody here? No? It's purple mountains with fairy pools. Like, they're little tiny yeah, fairy pools. So even the mountains are gay. It's great. But I got to Edinburgh, and I couldn't help it because it's considered to be a comedy mecca. So I got a couple shows in. During one of the shows, there was an audience member just losing their mind. Just going, I don't know why they were to the side, but works for me. You guys realize what was happening there? They were rolling the R's that don't exist in the middle of their life. Their accent was so thick because they were from Aberdeen, right? Like, fuck, where the hell is that? It's right next to Loch Ness. It's okay. They're all monsters. She came up to me after the show and she was like, "Oh, you're so good. Would you like to come home with me tonight?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." Because I love Wookiees. I gotta confess something. I've been inside a little too much, probably more than the average during all this, and I've been watching too much porn. I've been watching so much porn that I started running into people that I know in porn. Not from porn, but from real life. You know? Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to stop? Or should I politely finish to acknowledge their body of work? I'm just trying to say, I'm really happy my brother got a job. And my stepmom found her passion. It's funny we judge those things. Doesn't mean we don't come, you know? It's just ridiculous. I have an unusual family, guys. I do. I tell you about my family. I have 4 parents, first of all. I'm 41, so who cares, right? I've outgrown them at this point. But not really kind of stay with you when you get 4 from a fucking young age, especially with an unusual configuration. Like, my dad was awesome because when I was a little kid, he used to protect me. Like, he was kind of my savior versus these terrible, terrible bullies. Like, there was this one guy who used to ride around on his big wheels. You guys remember big wheels? It's like a cheap plastic tricycle, but your ass is on the ground. It's got like Hot Wheels and Ninja Turtles. And in my little brother's case, My Little Pony just slapped on the back. He called it the ass, you know. Little mule. And so anyway, I thought we were cool because he never shot at me. Because this guy used to roll around on that thing with a fucking, well, imaginary machine gun. But he'd take it in and go, or for millennials, brap, brap. So anyway, I thought we were cool until one day, sitting on the front porch with my dear old dad. And that piece of human trash rolls up, parks right in our driveway, takes careful aim right at me and fires. I was so fucking pissed. I jumped up and I started to charge him. My dad reached out and grabbed me and said, Sweetie, remember your asthma. What, your dad's not gay as fuck? Like, come on, these are modern times. Like, I have 2 gay dads, right? 2 gay moms, too. I'm first generation heterosexual. It's a tough road. People always ask, like, how is that even possible? Did they find a sperm donor and make a plan? No, ma'am. I was conceived anally. Not really. My parents were together until I was 8, and then my mom got a haircut. Anyway, back to that shitty kid from 30 years ago. I finally figured out why he was shooting at me that day. It's because I had a goddamn GT Snow Racer and he didn't. You guys remember GT Snow Racers? It's like the Ferrari of sleds. All the other kids had, like, what? Crazy carpets, the fruit roll-up of sleds. Get your little brother to unpeel it, hold it down, you jump on, go down a hill, off a cliff, and die. Anyway, that's my time, guys. My name's McKay. Thanks very much. Give it up for your host, Alex.
Let's get it going for McKay. Come on. One of my good friends. He's great. This is a good show. We're at the halfway point. We're at the point where, there's no turning back now. We just got to stick it out. And we're doing it. We're doing it. Our next comic is super, super funny. I love her to death. We're just going to bring her right up here. Let's make some noise for Harpreet Sembi.
Yeah. How you guys doing? Oh, you guys are mighty. You're mighty. Small, but mighty. I don't know if you guys can tell right now. I might be showing a little bit. Yeah. I might be glowing. I am Indian. We love to eat. I get mistaken for lots of different things, like Jamaican, Spanish, Centaur, you name it, right? In one instance, you guys are familiar with the Black History Month, gentlemen? usually they stay in populated areas of downtown Toronto. They hand out pins regarding Black History Month, right? So I was passed by one of them one afternoon. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty excited when one of them saw me. And he was cute, and I'm so single. He's like, hey, my sister. Hey, my sister, take a pass of Black History Month. And I was like, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not black. He goes to me, well, if you think you're not black, then we've got a bigger problem on our hands. So we definitely have a problem. I don't think we see the same one. I started walking away, but then he stops. He goes, hold up. Did you ever feel like you're being judged based on the color of your skin? I was like, yes, right now. Doing it. So, are you like a Morgan Freeman narrating a movie or something? Like, what's going on? He's like, okay. Did you ever feel like your culture is being appropriated? I was like, yeah, I do. Well, then you're black. That's simple, eh? Like, well, sir, since you're black and family I'm black, maybe we can grab some dinner and talk about what's happening between us. At that point, he stops and he goes, listen, girl, I'm only into Indian girls. At that point, my eyes just started bleeding. I go, ma'am, your mouth was open the entire time except for the punchline. I don't know what's happening with you. Do we need a doctor in the house? Can we call them? I don't know. I was like, I don't think she can hear. Also, I'm not Alice Rose. I should have started off with that. Although that is my alias. Beautiful tall woman. Taller, of course. Yeah, I'm 35. I've been single now for about 35 years. I've never been in a relationship. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. I do try putting myself out there. I go on dates. It doesn't work out. But although if you do send me, if your first Tinder message to me is I will impregnate you, you for sure have carried a shit up your ass at some point. I'm looking for a boyfriend, not a legal counsel to an assault charge. No? Got too real? Okay, well, this is a life for ladies. Yeah, so, I thought like maybe I should do something about it because I like to tell, the guys that I go out with, whenever they ask me like, why are you single? I'd rather say something other than waiting for you. So I decided to get legal. I decided to get professional help. And what the psychic said to me was the reason that I've been single my entire life is because I have a jealous ghost following me. It's like, wow, what a confusing sentence. I didn't know that could happen. I was like, also, like a ghost is following me, a 35-year-old woman who once forgot how to spell the word of. I don't get it. Also, if it's following me, it must love the smell of flatulence because that's all I'm giving it, So I decided to Google it, and Google's like, what do you mean? So great, found the one answer that Google doesn't have. Great, okay. So instead I Googled, why have I been single my entire life? And Google, and the first thing that popped up was the entry for the psychic who told me about the jealous ghost. It's like, all right, Google, I didn't know you were a roast master here. In my life. Are you guys okay? I mean, I know we're eight people, but are we all right here? Are you? I think you're drunk. Oh, girl, I so wish I was you. Oh my God, yeah, this is tall. Thank you. This seat is wet. That's questionable. I put one of these there. I'm like, I don't know if that made it wet. What kind of condom was it? Yeah. So Halloween is coming up. Do you enjoy that? I love scary movies. I love watching them. Although nothing scares me more than being in debt. To be quite honest with you. And as an Indian woman, that's like being single after 12. I'd rather be followed by a salami face chainsaw massacre guy than a creditor, because he owns some property, right? It's got good credit.
Yeah, and it's not me. It's all like you people. Like if you put some Indian person, like you put them in front of like make them watch the screen. You know, the one where like there's a guy killing everyone. They'd be like, she's dying probably because she doesn't have a husband to save her. I asked my dad. It was the first horror movie he watched. He told me, well, first of all, you guys remember The Exorcist? Yeah, the girl gets possessed by the devil. He called it the exercising movie. I asked him to describe it, and he was like, "Oh, the one where she does." All right, all you took away from this movie is the importance of neck mobility. That's it. I'll end up with this last one. You guys like tattoos? Yeah? Yeah, do you have one? Well, he's pointing at you. I feel like he's trying to give something away. I see it. I saw the first 5 times. What do you have? Oh, let's go to the Playboy buddy. What inspired that? Is that your mom? Because that's what they would say about my mom. Is that's a Playboy money? Oh, that's a story. Oh, that's your ankle. Let's not go there. Okay. Let's not open anything up. I don't know, white people, right? I don't get it. I swear to God, if my parents are like, you got the Playboy money, you're going to be locked up forever. That's what would happen. I don't mind tattoos. I like them. One thing I find weird is anytime I see a white person with a tattoo, a religious symbol or scripture that they do not identify with. Okay, so we see some, right? Okay, yeah. I feel like you're appropriating a culture, and let's face it, you don't fucking know what you're getting, right? And you know, right? You know, yeah, you know, girl, you know, you fucking know. We have a connection. One time I was at Starbucks and this barista who was a white lady, she was making my drink, and she saw me looking at her arm. She had a tattoo written in Sanskrit. So she finishes up my drink, hands it to me, goes, "It means hopeful." I take it from her and go, "It means homeless man." And I walked away. And I don't even know Sanskrit. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Harpreet.
Yes, give it up for Harpreet. All right, we've got 2 more acts left. Harpreet reveals her age on stage, which is yeah, scandalous. It's brave. I never reveal my age because I'm actually quite a lot older than I look. My girlfriend's Caribbean, and she always tells me, "Black don't crack, black don't crack." Well, I'm here to tell you that tranny don't granny as well. You have no idea I'm 63 years old standing up here. I'm actually 37 or 38. I don't remember anymore, right? So, yeah, tranny don't granny. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm what they call a geriatric millennial. Which is if you're born 1980 to 1985. No, well, offended with geriatric. I'm sorry. What? Yeah, but I do, however, remember recently yelling at a group of kids, "You little fucking bastards have no idea how easy you've got it these days," which is kind of geriatric, right? Yeah, but it's okay because I no longer teach Sunday school because apparently the light of Christ is totally not a thing. And I also learned sometimes frowned upon means we're calling the police. So giving that up. All right, our next comic is the youngest on the lineup. I actually got to see him do his very first stand-up set, and I've gotten to watch him grow over the past 3-4 years, which is really special as someone who's developed not at all over the last 3-4 years, to see how these young people are really rising. You're going to absolutely love them. Let's give it up for Ben McKay.
Hello, I'm 22. I'm young. How old? You guys are old. Fuck you. I'm 22. Fuck you. This is cool. Look at you guys. They were like, there's only 8 of you, but it's like they're 8 of the best looking people I've ever seen. How about that? You guys want to zoom? This guy's wearing a hoodie? That's weird. Yes, didn't coordinate at all. I love it. I love that a lot. This is so fun. This is fun. We're here. We're in the front row. You guys all got your passports checked on the way in. What a day. What a day. You got your passport. It's cool because it's cool. You know, you used to have a shitty bar job. You used to like have to get cups around. That was your job. That sucked. Now you're a TSA agent. You know, that's cool. Order security. You know, you get to talk down to my dad. It's cool. I'm okay with the vaccine passport. I know it's like fascist or whatever, but like I'm vaccinated. Who cares? Whatever. I don't have that much sympathy if you're not vaccinated. I just don't go. I have some sympathy now though for the my friends who are underage who have to figure out how to get their fake IDs vaccinated. That's tough, right? What a weird situation to be in. You got a laminator though. That's an emerging market. I think I'm gonna get into it. I don't know. I'm excited to see, because of the vaccine passport, what events people are willing to get vaccinated for. You know, like I have an uncle and he genuinely believes that the vaccine is a microchip that will kill him. But I know in like a month I'm gonna get a call from him. He's gonna be like, yeah, I didn't want to get that microchip, but the one living guy from ZZ Top was coming to London, so we had to go. I'm excited about it. I'm glad. I'm happy to be here in Toronto. I spent most of my pandemic in Kitchener, Ontario, with my mom. And when we found out we were going to be locked down there together, I said to my mom, I said, we should get a dog, right? You know, we're going to be home so much, we can take care of a puppy. And then she said no, and instead her boyfriend moved in with us. It's way worse than a dog. I wanted a dog. I got a dad. That fucking sucks. You know? I'm saying it would have been a lot funnier if I had walked in on the dog humping her leg. You know what I mean? It was a bad day for me. It was no good. The guy's name's Mike, though. He's a nice guy. Mike, he was really nice to my mom in the pandemic, but it sucked for me being there. It's like the whole first wave. He kept saying, hey, Ben, I want to take your mom on a date night. We're going to do date night here at home. We're going to do date night at home. So if you don't mind leaving the house from 6 p.m. until midnight, we're going to have a date night here at home. I don't know if you guys know about math or date nights, but 6 hours is too long for a date night at home. We had dinner before I left every Friday. What were they getting up to for 6 hours? Huh? I would just have to go to the park, right, and like chain smoke. Well, this guy had sex with my mom for a quarter of the day. 25% of my Friday. Mike had his way. It sucked. It was no good. But I got them back. That was every Friday and every Saturday. I'd say, hey, if you guys don't mind clearing out of here from 6 p.m. until 6:15 p.m., I would like to masturbate in the living room. That's what I want. And it takes me 12 minutes to choose a video. So need that full 15, please. You guys are cool. You guys are 8, but you're 98, huh? Actually, 7, huh? These people keep saying 8. I think you guys are a very fun table right here. You guys are very nice. You were the most attentive comedy audience I've ever seen. You were looking like jumping on. You're nodding. I love that. Have people been talking to you the whole time already? Am I overstepping? How do the 4 of you know each other? You just met them, and you're sitting at their table. They're not a household. Get them out of here. You guys are swingers? Oh, it's a joke. I don't know. Toronto's a big city to me. I don't know what's going on. I go, oh, swingers, huh? The vaccinated swingers. You just learned she has tattoos? How did you just learn that? Was someone talking about tattoos? No. Not at all. Was I following the previous comment? You're against it? What's your thoughts on the tattoo? You just met, huh? Okay, yeah, you gotta run in. You pay, they pay. Yeah, this is the big shot right here. How did you guys just met? How did you just meet?
In the back of an Uber.
In the back of an Uber. Uber pool? Is that? I gotta get on that app, man. That's a good way to meet people. You go to comedy shows. That's pretty cool. You had pizza? Now you're drinking heavily, huh? So where did you have pizza? Pizza libretto. I don't know why I asked like it was gonna set up for something funny. There's no funny answer. I just wanted you to be like pizza. That was the only funny answer. That is the hoodie wearer's pizza place. If there was one. That's funny. Okay, I should tell you some real jokes too, huh? I moved to Toronto. I didn't have any. I needed to get a job. I got a job at Farm Boy. Do you guys know Farm Boy? Yeah, you know Farm Boy. You love it. Yeah. If you don't know, Farm Boy is it's a grocery store, but it's like a farm themed grocery store. You know? It's like the same as Sobeys, but like the tzatziki's on a hay bale. Yeah, right. It's for farmers in there. I liked that job, but I had to quit because they did after a month. They did a performance review of me. They sat me down. They said, "Ben, we feel like you're working hard enough, but we don't feel like you have enough sense of urgency while you work." I was like, "What does that mean? You want me to like work harder, work faster?" They go, "No. Our customers just really appreciate it if you could seem like stressed out while you do your job." I'm not doing that, man. I don't know if you've ever stocked a shelf before, but it's a stupid job. You're just putting things on a shelf, you know? But to have to do that and look like you can't handle it, you know? They want to be stocking shelves like I got a gun to my head, and I can't do that. So I did. But then I got a job delivering flowers. I was a flower delivery boy for a little bit, which I thought it was going to be the best job ever. I thought I was going to be like bringing joy right into people. I'm vamping this so you guys can get this done right into I thought delivering flowers would be the best job. I thought I was going to like bringing joy into people's lives. More often than you'd expect, I show up to some lady's house and say, "Hey, I got flowers for you. They're from Nick." And then I got to watch in this poor lady's eyes as she puts together, that Nick knows where she lives, And I'm the guy now. I'm a part of this. Call me old-fashioned, but if you're going to make a woman feel unsafe in her own home, you got to do that shit yourself, Nick. Get me involved. I thought I was going to be delivering joy. Turns out I was just running errands for perverts all day long. All right, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Ben McKay, everybody. Yes. All right, we're up. We're at the last act of the show. We're saving best for last. I'm kidding. All of these comics are amazing. Our next comic has drawn a little crowd. We've got some people here for him. He's here to close out the show, and no better way to do that. Let's bring up your final act of the night, James O'Hara.
What's up? Nothing feels better than we're saving the best for last. Just kidding. What's up? How you guys feeling? You guys ever think about if Edward Scissorhands didn't have scissor hands, would they just call him Edward Hands? Yeah, really? I don't. What did he say? I'll run it by syllable. If Edward Scissorhands didn't have scissor hands, would they just call him Edward Hands? What time is it? Is it last call? Did I miss last call? Okay. Would they call him Edward Scissorhands, or would they just call him Edward Fingerhands? Someone is always made very uncomfortable by the term Edward Fingerhands. Now work it out amongst yourselves. It's a complicated joke. Fun fact about that joke. That joke was actually Reader's Digest's joke of the month for September of 2019. I know. Do you want a mic? Never mind. Yeah, that was Reader's Digest joke of the month of 2019 in September. I like this moment because most of you are under the impression that I read that joke in Reader's Digest. I thought it was so terrible that I had to say it on stage and make fun of it. When in reality, I wrote that joke. Thank you. And Reader's Digest approached me. Thanks. In June of 2019, I got a DM on Twitter from the head editor of Reader's Digest, and they were like, "Hey, James, we want to feature you as our comedian of the month for September. Send us your headshot and a bunch of jokes, and we'll put the one we like best in the magazine." And I sent them so many jokes. So many other jokes. And they got back to me with Edward Hands it is, and here we are. And now I have to do it at every show. I can't not do it. What, disappoint the fans? Come on. It came out, the magazine came out. You guys could have purchased it at any Food Basics, guys. I bought the magazine, right, because I'm in the magazine, thus doubling Reader's Digest sales for the month of September. Thank you. Did that on my own. Open it up. Swear to God. On page 69, hey. On page 69 is my face, that Edward Scissorhands joke, and the title, The Best Joke I've Ever Told. Thanks. That is my legacy now. They paid me $100 for that, and I needed it. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are a nice, warm, fun, respective crowd. I feel like I've gotten to know you all very well. You've gotten to know me. I feel like I even did something, told you that I have not told a lot of people. It's kind of embarrassing, guys. I'm big into the nickname Daddy. Thank you. Thank you. I also hate it. I agree. I hate it. I hate that it works. You know, I very much would otherwise. It's tough. It's really hard to find a girl who's willing, you know, to let me call her that. Thank you. Thank you. Can you believe Reader's Digest wanted nothing to do with that one? I'm actually super excited. I've come to a revelation in my life. I'm at like a turning point. I'm in like, there was pre this and now I'm living post this moment in my life. I figured out what kind of hot I am. You know, all my life growing up, no one called me hot. I got cute a lot. Make some noise if you think I'm hot. Thank you. Just taking notes. Don't pity me. But I figured it out. I'm not traditional hot, but I am coworker hot. Right? Right? Thank you. Yeah, you just say you're cute after I just said no one thought I was hot, but I got cute a lot. I am cute. I know that now. My personality. I really don't think that is a compliment that you think it is. We have not had a conversation, and I've already been hit with, he's a really nice guy. You'd like him if you got to know him. Thank you. Well, I figured it out. I'm good with context. You know, if you saw me in a club, you'd be like, no, thank you. Go away, I can buy my own drinks. But if you walk into the office on a Monday and you see me in IT, you're like, there's that. But also, you know, he seems nice, you know? And then I am nice. I'm so nice. And I'm competent. Thank you. Thank you. I just got told I have a perfect package. That's never happened on a show before. It's wild that in a crowd of 8 people, there's a heckler. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you've taken charge. That's good. No, it's good. Someone has to. I am your brother's friend's hot. You know, I'm the one who's nice to you. But yeah, I'm coworker hot. That's what I get. That's how it works. You know, I'm nice. You know, I like James. He's friendly. He doesn't put up with Mark's shit, and we all like that. And then Friday night team building karaoke. Who's sitting next to you? Jamesy boy. That's right. Look at him unironically singing ABBA, huh? So confident. I'm softball team hot. That's what I'm figuring out. I'm hot with context. That's what's important. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I was in a Home Depot recently. Not bragging, just saying. I was in a Home Depot recently, and I had this display of air fresheners, which is a weird thing to display because they're all trees. They're trees with the names of what they smell like on them. There was no effort in the design of air fresheners. But anyway, I digress. But I always look at these and I'm amazed because it's always like, you know, it's a tree and it says like pine, vanilla, black ice. I always thought that was weird. I always thought it was weird that they named an air freshener for the thing that killed my cousin Tyler, you know? Vanilla. Ugh. I'm James O'Farrell, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Give it up for our last act of the night, James O'Hara. And that's our show. I hope you all had fun. This was a really great special show. I liked it. Thank you all for. Thank you. So are you. So are all of you. Such an attractive crowd. It makes me feel bad. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Anyways, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you all for coming out. It's hard enough to leave your houses. So I'm really happy for that. We're gonna wrap up the show. We've got another show coming on, so if you can bring your drinks out, we can hang out at the bar if you want. Yeah, before I go, I just want to remind you to check out Comic Sans Productions. We've got a bunch of different shows coming up here on Saturday night. The show is called The Purge, so this is big comics gone bad. This is like the really, really sweet comics. James O'Hara is hosting it, actually, telling their like dirtiest, smelliest, perviest jokes, and it's a lot of fun. So make sure to check that out and follow Comic Sans Productions for shows all around the city and beyond. Right, thank you all for coming out.
Please put your masks on, everybody. Thank you.